in the movie, he's also a plot device. You know, he's the tech guy that helps Jaime out all the time.
Out of nowhere, he's a tech.
I know, yeah.
And boy, he pulls that tech out his ass.
It's like all this time, Tony Stark's been living in the bar.
Yeah. And I mean,
he got some new computers and shit.
Out
of nowhere.
Something like, oh yeah, I can hack into this. Just give me a little time.
Yeah.
I'm in the government system.
Like billion-dollar corporations, he just hacks into them. Like,
alien tech. Yeah. He knows how to hack buildings he ain't even been into. Knows how to hack rooms, specific rooms that he's never been into. You know, and he all does it with the tech that's in the back of his truck. I mean, shit, he got back in the day for Radio Shack.
Right. Oh, yeah, but the only way to get in there is to knock out their entire security system. Oh, I got something for that.
Yeah.
Really?
ain't even been tested yet.
Yeah. You just been driving around with this thing in the back of your truck.
Just waiting for the day when, you know, your nephew might get like latched on with some alien technology and you need to hack a corporation in a corporate building. Double Toasted on Broadway. The great musical that everybody's been waiting on. No, actually, we're going to replace that poster right there. We're only saying that because we're going to be at the Broadway Comedy Club September 29th for a night of comedy. It's going to be very, well, all our shows have a big emphasis on comedy, but this one even more so. We're going to be at the Broadway Comedy Club September 9th. Going to be in the Red Room. The show is at 10 p.m. That's a Friday. Tickets are $25, and it is very limited space. I think we're going to have about 50 seats available in there, and we want to fill those seats because we want to make this a regular thing. It's an intimate show. I'm going to be coming out and talking to the audience and doing a little, I guess you could say a little stand-up in a way, but it's going to be, you know, just a little comedy, a little different from what we do. And then we'll bring Oz out, and then we'll do a little more traditional double toasted stuff. And then we're going to probably have some people come up and do some comedy on their own, do a little open mic night, and let the crowd, the audience, judge how you do. So if we can make this a regular thing, we'll try to do it every other month, and we'll be in New York every other month, hopefully at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's if we can actually fill the room. So come on out and get your tickets. Ah, mi amigo. ¿Cómo
estás?
¿Cómo estás? Yes, people.
Oh, we seem racist.
No, I told you that's culturally respectful.
I just felt racist.
Well, you know what? Then that's you, man. I know I respect the Mexican people. I know I do. I love their food. I love their women, boy.
Love their women.
Love their women. Those olive skinned Mexican women. Yes.
Yeah.
But people, so I have a lot of respect.
La chicas.
Look at that. Look at that.
Bonitas.
Look at that, man. Look at all this cultural respect that's in this room. Look at that. But you know, a lot of people sitting out, and I tell you, I don't feel racist at all because I've given the culture more respect than this superhero genre has. You know, they say ain't no brown up in there. You know, y'all even Mexicans thought, damn, we thought we would have had it before black people.
Certainly before Asians.
Yeah, certainly. Asians getting it. But you know, now and the Mexicans talking about, well, shit, what we got, Spy Kids? Okay, you know, but when we gonna get our Black Panther? You know, when we gonna get our Shang-Chi and all that stuff, man? And well, the day is finally here. You know, we had our Black Panther Martin, now they got their Blue Beetle. Vital Azul. Yeah, look at that. I'm representing the day too. Got my blue shirt on and everything, man.
That's all you got to do is wear a blue shirt.
I know,
cool.
right? Represent how we represent, though.
Look at you. Can't even put the
Martin got one on too.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
La Raza, look at that. Martin got his Blue Beetle shirt on, man. Yeah, people, everybody's talking about that Jaime Reyes. Who is this Jaime Reyes? Well, let us tell you about Jaime over here. Some people thought that, I thought that was a Jew. No, people, you got it wrong. Jaime Reyes. Jaime Reyes is the son of Mexican immigrants and doing well, man. You know, listen, he's the first one in his family to graduate from college. And his sister was proud to say, and the only one, because I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that shit.
I ain't doing that. Let him do that. Yeah, he ain't even got no job. But he's trying. He's trying to come out. He's trying to make something of himself as the first college graduate in his family. And boy, do they need Jaime more than ever. You know, Jaime's gotten home and, you know, after eating some nice tacos and spending some time with the family, they're letting them know, yeah, you know, it's sorry to tell you this, Jaime, but things haven't been so good while you were gone.
Yeah, college boy.
Yeah.
While you were away, everything went to shit.
Yeah. No, you really want to show how smart you are. Help us get our house back. Yeah, help us get La Casa back. Yeah, they got back home. The house is about to be taken away in the neighborhood that he's living in. That might even be gone because, gentrification. Oh, boy. And Jaime's out there trying to get a job, man. And the only job that he can get is for, just all these other brown people out there serving, a job of servitude, kissing the white man's ass. No,
I mean, he's fresh out of college.
No, he is. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Give it a little time. But, they need Jaime now.
They do.
Oh, what is Jaime going to do? Well, Jaime going to bring on my hamburger. That's what he's going to do.
All right. That's a way to simplify things.
I think this feeds a family of 5. One hamburger. But turns out, while he was trying to get a job, on this fateful day, a piece of alien tech was stolen from this corporation. What is it? The Codor? What Cord Corporation. Cord Industries. Piece of tech was being taken out, stolen from the facilities. And Jaime just happened to be there at the right, maybe wrong time as his box is handed off to him. And inside that box is said alien tech. And turns out that this piece of alien tech just so happens to say, Jaime, you all right, man. Heard you needed some help.
Kid, I like you.
And I got you. I like you just maybe a little bit too much. I'm on Facebook right now. So Jaime has this piece of alien tech that comes in and attaches itself to him because it turns out that this suit that he has, it forms a symbiotic relationship with his host. It's sort of like Venom in a way.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's hopefully better though. And with this, he becomes the character that we know as the Blue Beetle. As the Cord Corporation, they want their tech back, and they got a bigger and badder Mexican with a bigger and badder suit. And if you don't want to hand it over, then we'll get one of your own people to take it from you. What is Jaime gonna do? He can't rip it off. A thing wants him. And listen, even if he could rip it off, does he have to? This could get the house back, and save the hood. This is the story of the Blue Beetle, y'all. And again, all jokes aside, this movie is being highly anticipated by a lot of brown people out there, by the Latin community. It's as we all know today that there is a lack of a lot of representation that is finally now starting to happen.
Yeah,
and it's no different with this right here. So, is this worth the wait? Is this y'all's Black Panther? Will you be disappointed? You're like, I'm gonna like it anyway. I don't care. He's representing. Well, we'll tell you what we feel about it. Maybe we're not the target demographic for it, but they're inviting all kind of people to come see this movie, and they want everybody, no matter what your race, color, creed, everything else, sexuality, all that. They even want Mexican dogs to come see this. I didn't even notice Pixie got her ticket already, man.
She going tomorrow.
Yeah, she is. She got a full day tomorrow. Without me, she's going to represent, support. All right, people, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Blue Beetle, and we will be back with our reviews.
Oh yeah, they have so little, and that thing is tearing the shit out of their house.
Well, I think what they were thinking was, we ain't gonna have this shit long anyway. Right. We might as well just go ahead and vandalize it for the next person. Y'all want to take it? Hey, you can have it. And damn Blue Beetle was here. So all this up.
Jaime, you are a superhero, cabrón.
Just in case you don't know, this is a trailer for the public, but he says, you're a superhero, asshole. That much I do know.
Y'all take shots, y'all aim up. Whoa!
Granny with that gun, kind of sexy, man. I don't know. Gatling gun Granny over here, man. The Blue Beetle character himself, I don't I don't read, I haven't read any Blue Beetle comics, even though they were offering some at the screening.
Yeah.
But I would say that for me, the character kind of feels like a combination. You know, his name is Blue Beetle, but he feels a little bit like a cross between Green Lantern and Iron Man. You know,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Tony Stark.
Yeah, because he's got the suit, you know, with the tech of Iron Man in there, but then the ability to make anything that you can imagine also is kind of like Green Lantern. Green Lantern also being a DC character, which this character is right here. So I'll say this. If you are tired of superhero stuff, then this ain't gonna do anything for you at all in that area. Now, you know, I don't want you to write the movie off just yet, because if you are tired of superhero movies, I can't blame you looking at this. He's flying around, tearing up the city and everything, just like we see all these other superheroes do. But don't write it off just yet, because I would say that, you know, this movie right here, I think it has more character and heart than the average superhero movie out there that I've seen. You know, and that's because of the themes of family and culture that we see here. You know, family and culture, I think, are what makes this movie feel special. And La Familia is a very big theme in this movie here. You know, the Reyes family, man. The Reyes family, the Reyes family, they're adorable. I find them absolutely adorable, man, because all of them act like kids. ain't an adult in that family, man. Yeah, Jaime's the most adult out of all of them.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. No wonder this family is broken, about to lose their house. ain't no adult in that family at all. You know, and I can understand like his little sister, because the little sister, man, who she can't keep a job because she. You know, because she's shitting where she's not supposed to half the time. But the rest ain't no better, you know, because I'm looking at this and, you know, no wonder Jaime can't get no job. Family's ruining that.
They don't get out much.
That's him going on a job interview. And his family out there in the park are like, Jaime. If I was his boss, look out the window, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not hiring him either.
Because then they going to want to get hired too.
Yeah, they're going to, yeah.
But why is he lingering? He should just walk on.
Yeah, put me on, man. You know, they're going to be showing up during lunchtime, doing this, you know, making a scene. No, hell no. Acting a fool. But, you know, I would say that these actors, though, man, these actors who are playing the family here, for me, they do a good job at making the love feel real, you know, and their positivity makes them so likable to me, man. Hell, their positivity is probably their biggest flaw. Again, it's probably why they're going broke and losing houses. They ain't got no money, broke, and Papa's still over there tipping 25%.
Yeah, and saying like, don't worry. We've been through worse. We'll get through this.
Yeah,
yeah, but how though?
And talking about these people, they make no money. They're like, we don't make no money. What the hell are you doing? What's really strong about this theme of family, you know, I think is that even though this is centered on the Reyes family, I think that all cultures can relate. Because, you know, it's just not about the comedy with them all the time. They go through hardships, you know, and seeing them go through good and hard times, you know, that's something that we all experience, you know, and that's no matter what culture that we're in. You know, no matter what culture we're in, we all have the same family types. You know, I'm looking at this and, you know, every family out there, let me find your boy here. Every family got that crazy uncle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Uncle Rudy, played by George Lopez here. And by the way, Uncle Rudy's, they come in black, white, brown, yellow, you know, caramel. Yeah, everybody got an Uncle Rudy, man. And, you know, and I will say this about George Lopez as Uncle Rudy. You know, he's a type of character, especially with these crazy uncles that we see all the time. You know, he's wild because, you know, he's got no kids of his own because he's just a big kid himself.
Right.
You know, he's into conspiracy theories. Another reason why I ain't got no wife, you know, no kids. And the movie's also a plot device. You know, he's the tech guy that helps Jaime out all the
Out
time.
of nowhere, he's a tech.
I know, yeah.
And boy, he pulls that tech out his ass.
It's like all this time, Tony Stark's been living in the bar.
Yeah. And I mean,
He hops on new computers and shit.
Yeah,
Out
of nowhere.
You know, something like, oh yeah, I can hack into this. Just give me a little time.
Yeah.
I'm in the government system.
Like billion-dollar corporations, he just hacks into them. Like,
alien tech. Yeah. He knows how to hack buildings he ain't even been into. Knows how to hack rooms, specific rooms that he's never been into. You know, and he all does it with the tech that's in the back of his truck. I mean, shit, he got back in the day for Radio Shack.
Right. Oh, yeah, but the only way to get in there is to knock out their entire security system. Oh, I got something for that.
Yeah.
Really?
ain't even been tested yet.
You just been driving around with this thing in the back of your truck.
Just waiting for the day when, you know, your nephew might get like latched on with some alien technology and you need to hack a corporation in a corporate building. Yeah, man. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, he's the Mexican Q. He got Batman skills when it comes to like, you know, he goes into other buildings. That's what I like about Mexicans. They're resourceful, man. He goes into Batman had to get his own cave. Shit, my man Uncle Rudy, Uncle Rudy would go into your place and make it the Beetle cave.
Wherever he is, that's where the cave is.
That's where the cave is. Yeah. He's like, I ain't got to go find a Beetle cave somewhere. I'll make my own, man. You know, I would look at this and I would, you know, it's a comic book movie and it is ridiculous. I think even with comic book movies, you need to explain things a little bit more. But the thing that I still like Uncle Rudy played by George Lopez because George Lopez is just naturally a funny guy, man.
Right. I mean, in the beginning, I thought he was too much of a cartoon and screaming all the time. Yeah. But the more it went on, I was like, you know, he's sort of the heart of this thing.
He is, man. You know, he's both funny when he's in this.
Insightful.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about this. I've seen worse.
Where?
You don't want to know.
You know,
I feel like he was improvising a lot. Though.
And he probably was, man.
Yeah.
But when things get serious, he can bring the drama too. You know, he's got a nice intimate moment with him and Jaime. You know, and let me just say this too, man. I like Jolo Maridueña. I think is how you say his name, Maridueña. I actually like him, man, and I've always liked him since he was in Cobra Kai.
I really liked him in Cobra Kai.
You don't like him here?
Not even a little bit.
See where that was going.
I found him completely bland and the least interesting character and actor in this whole thing.
I guess I'm on the opposite of that.
He had two modes. It was either the tropey, generic, awkward, nice guy, or screaming! I don't want to do this. What are you doing? Stop it. Okay, don't kill. It's like, man, he's either doing one or the other and nothing else. I was
I thought he was all right. I didn't think he was the worst character, but I thought he was just fine.
Well, there's somebody who
that's
topped
worse
him for worse.
Yeah, it's worse.
But for him to be the main character, I was just like, wow, everybody in this is more interesting than him. As a matter of fact, as much as I don't like, you know, I mean, I'm not always a big fan of gender swapping just to do it, but the sister, Milagro, played by actress Bellissima Escobedo, I was like, she's got all the personality. I wouldn't mind if she had turned out to be Blue Beetle.
Actually, I thought she was one note in the movie. I didn't like her.
No, she had a lot of different things going on.
She had more personality than him.
I thought she was just a smart ass until she had to cry when everybody was crying in the movie. But that's not to say I didn't like her, because I actually did like her. She made me laugh. But yeah, I guess I'm on the opposite end with Jolo Maridueña.
Just watch him in this. I was like, the only thing he's got going for him is that he's good looking. But other than that, he's bringing nothing to the table.
I just disagree with that. I liked him. I thought, again, like the rest of the family, I thought he was very likable. And I also thought that was cool because, you know, this is an average person that gets this tech, and I thought he treated it like that. He's like, you know, I don't know what to do with this. He wasn't like, cool, you know, I got powers, or wow, you know, I can go out and fight crime. He's like, I want this out of me and I want to help my family. You know, to me, I just liked him, man.
I think I cut a bus in half. And then go into orbit?
By the way, one of the things I will call bullshit on is that bus scene right there.
Oh, yeah. Nobody have to be.
Ain't no, he didn't cut off a leg. Or at least cut off a toe. That's why I had that clip up early because I said this when we talked about the trailer a long time ago. I said, you know what? If that was real and that bus got split in half, this would happen right here. That's fucked up. That's that people on that bus right there. Yeah. Somebody should have lost a toe. At least. Yeah, but yeah, I know.
Same thing as Shang-Chi.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm not saying you're wrong for not liking him. Not at all. We just saw different things. Yeah. That's all. Because I actually found him, just very relatable and very likable. I liked him in this. I thought it was kind of refreshing to see somebody, react to superpowers like this, where it's just like, I just want this out. There's nothing cool about this at all. I enjoyed the culture in this, man. I was talking about the themes of family and culture. I like the culture that was represented here, man. I enjoyed seeing it play a big role here because with this, Latinos, especially Mexicans, man, but Latinos I think they'll be proud of this film, because the culture is always present. It's not just about the superhero stuff here. The culture is always present through language, through scenery, through music. There's a lot of rock and Spanish and Espanol. The food every now and then, not a lot, but there was, it was when they were sitting down enjoying a meal, it was like even the culture was represented, man. I enjoyed watching that. I think that is something that will actually resonate with a lot of the Latino audiences that go to see this.
It's the standout of the movie.
Right.
If there's anything that makes it unique or stand out, it's that. And as much as initially I thought maybe it was just window dressing and shout outs, they actually do get into it, which was good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And also with this, it's consistent. I keep talking about the theme of family in this, but I appreciated that, when we get to the climax, we're still getting some superhero stuff, typical superhero stuff in that climax. It's the two big superheroes going at it, or the supervillain and the superhero going at it, beating the shit at each other, I always say. But what I liked about it is that it was not about Jaime doing this alone. They stuck with that family theme throughout, where Jaime's when he's at his lowest, his family does come in and help him out. Right. They stick together to the very end, man. In fact, I was looking at Granny right there and shit, I thought, the hell with that gun. I thought Granny's gonna come in and throw one of them flip-flops and chocolates. I thought she gonna throw them shoes. That's what Mexican families do.
That is the only thing missing from this. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't work it in.
Yeah, she had alien shooters through somebody. Yeah, man, I like that. I would say, if I had any kind of criticism of the culture here in this, which I do have some criticism, see, I would say that, I do. One of the criticisms that I don't think they were eating healthy meals, Martin. Listen, if Jaime, Martin, Martin's like, you a damn villain. Martin, if Jaime really wanted to be a superhero, then he would actually go out there and lead by example and get himself some Green Chef. Martin, Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating clean and healthy. They got dinners that work for all kind of lifestyles, but again, very healthy meals. Emphasis on that. Yes, I want to thank our sponsor, Green Chef, for sponsoring this portion of the show. And, you guys know I've been working out. And thing is, with working out, I'm trying to be healthy. The physical part, that's an important part. But diet, I've been learning, is very important. So, if you like my son over here, Julian, and I, then you're going to want to watch that diet. You're going to want to eat well and clean. And Green Chef, if that's you, Green Chef is a big, big positive for that. Because these meals, not only are they managed to be and put together to be delicious and nutritious, but they want to help you manage your weight, your wellness goals, and that's without having to skimp on that flavor. I mean, look at all that. Look at all those colors, all those delicious meals right there. This will help you not only get something that tastes good, but make you feel your best. And these meals are nutritionist approved. A lot of people go see nutritionists to help with that diet. Well, these are approved by nutritionists right here. They have calorie smart meals, that are under 700 calories or less. I'm going to show you the weekly menu right here. Look at all this good stuff. Look at all this good stuff right there. They have protein-packed meals. You know, if you're trying to pack on some muscle, get them gains, you need that protein in your life. And they also have, like I said, many meals that deal with many different lifestyles. You know, some of you eat vegan and you eat plant-based, and they have that for you too. While this August, they're going to have all kind of organic fruits and vegetables, organic cage-free eggs, and sustainably sourced seafood, in addition to all of the healthy meals that they have right there. So, you know, you're going to be eating knowing that you have also you're eating very organic meals, and they treated those animals nice before you ate them.
But they still killed them, though.
But, yeah, folks. Save time, too. That's the biggest thing. Save time with these quick and easy recipes. They'll be ready in 25 minutes or less. Look, I know you're getting hungry right now. So let me just go ahead and just tell you how to get this at a discount. So you go over to greenchef.com/toasted50 and use the code toasted50 to get 50% off plus free shipping. You're going to be very satisfied.
Free shipping makes me hungry.
Martin, I'll eat that postage right now. So, folks, I've been telling you about Green Chef. I want to thank them for sponsoring this portion of the show, the #1 meal kit for eating well. And I want to meet and say thank you to the #1 community out there, the Toasties, for all your support. I thank you very much on that.
Thank you, Toasties.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. These people are nice. Very nice. Couldn't do it without them.
Nope.
That's why I'm trying to look out for your health right there. Keep you eating. People say, you just trying to get paid. No, I don't know. Well, yeah.
We can do both.
Yeah, why not? Oh, Martin is so correct. Oh, let me see here. I tell you one thing with the culture that I also want to mention here, because I mentioned a lot of things, you know, about the family and culture right here. I like that the movie, when in the beginning, when it starts out, you know, it's it deals with issues and that's a lot of superhero movies don't actually get into, because, you know, a lot of superhero movies, they don't want to get deep. They don't want to get no social issues. You know, they don't want to talk about anything that's going to bring the audience down.
Most superheroes are rich.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
And we're dealing with people who are the opposite. So I like that this, you know, because so Martin's right. Most superheroes are rich, are they, you know, what do they have to worry about? They got to worry about protecting their secret identity. They got to worry about some alien invasion or something. The Reyes family, they worried about going back to Mexico, you know, getting shipped back to Mexico. You know,
they got some real issues going on.
Yeah,
real world stuff.
Yeah, they don't. You know, this deals with issues such as immigration. You know, there's a big theme about community here too. You know, when they're talking about the neighborhood, you know, it's going through gentrification. And, you know, everywhere you look, you seeing things closed. Oh, and they always got that Starbucks sign.
Yeah, that's become the symbol of gentrification.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna have a superhero movie where the hero fights at Starbucks, man. Starbucks, you know, because Starbucks is turning into a villain themselves, man. They're gonna take over neighborhoods, kicking out the brown people, throwing black people in jail for no reason. People like, well, we're going to root for that supervillain because we ain't giving up that crack coffee. They ready to give up Starbucks. But also, I like how, you know, in addition to like the gentrification of the neighborhood, and I think that's a cool shot right there, and I'll tell you why. You know, they also deal with, they show where Jaime's working when he finally does get a job. And, you know, without it beating you over the head with this message, they are showing you that, you know, how brown people still are considered the invisible people when they're on the workforce.
Yeah,
you know, they show a lot of scenes where they're just in the background and purposely put in the background as if to make a statement, as in, like, yeah, nobody looks at these people. They just expect them to do their job and treat them like they don't even exist. I thought that was really cool. And as far as the gentrification thing goes, I love how they juxtapose. God damn it! I was talking about you not being talking about juxtapose, or how they put shots together, do compositions like this scene right here. Because Palmera City, even though this deals with a Mexican family, Palmera City looks like a futuristic Miami in a way, and I like. And then they make a big difference where you get to see the future on that side, and then we got the poor barrio on this side, the ghetto.
Yeah,
and they, you know, and I like that shot because it looks like it's only a matter of time before Palmyra City just
He
eats
takes
up.
over all that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just looking, hunching over them. I'll get you, bitch. It's like it's just looking over them the whole time. It's beautiful, but it's also threatening. It's also very imposing. I like the way they put these little messages in there and they put these meanings in there without again, they did it visually instead of having to tell you, make a big thing about it because they know that they're a superhero movie, but they still want to make they want to get the point across. That's the stuff that I really liked in the movie. But I'll go ahead and pass it on because I know you got some things to say.
Oh,
this
well,
sucks.
No, but what you're saying about that, I do like it that it mentions it talks to the gentrification, and it mentions the plight of the immigrants, the people who are here undocumented, who work hard but are under the threat of being deported. And genuine poverty, because it's not things you see in movies like this often. I like that it mentions these things. I do wish it could have spent actual time dealing with it, in as much as that was this is something that really sets this apart and gives it gravity. The family, like I said, at first I thought, okay, you're just doing this because you're going to do representations to get in here. But as we go along, we get to know the family and get to really like them, and they're interesting. They have great roles to play. It's just too bad that that's less than 50% of the movie, because all the superhero stuff is about as bland and derivative as it could possibly be. Nothing, not a single original thing in here. You watch it, and I'm going all right, this is mostly Spider-Man Homecoming, young kid who's got the talking suit that can do all the stuff. It's Venom. It's Iron Man. It's a little bit of Upgrade. It's even the Fast and the Furious. When by the time you get to the end, I was like, wow, I'm just seeing all these other movies here, even down to the love interest looking like Jordana Brewster. But I was just like, man, I just want something. The family and the representation is cool. If I can't have more of that, just give me something that I don't connect to. I don't take a piece of yarn and connect to another movie. And it's all there. And it's just not very interesting. Probably one of the weakest villains we've seen in any of these movies.
Forgettable.
Susan Sarandon she just seemed like she just walked on. They had her for 2 days. She didn't care. She was like, just feed me my line. I can say it and I can go on about my business.
She was terrible.
Yeah. The superhero stuff, that's what I was telling you. If you tired of superhero movies, in that aspect, it's not going to help. The superhero stuff is the least interesting thing about this movie. I would say, all right, just like any origin story, it's cool and it's fun when you see Jaime discovering his powers for the first time. It's played for laughs. After that, it's the stuff that we see on a weekly basis now.
Weekly.
On a week, because if you don't see it at the movie theater, it's on TV.
It's on TV.
If it's not on TV, it's, if it's not on the show, it's in a commercial. It's everywhere, man. And all this stuff is the same. You listed a bunch of stuff right there. It's all the same. All this stuff is getting bland. All this is getting generic, man. Right down to lots of CG, explosions. One of the things I'm getting tired of is a random soundtrack that's just thrown into an action scene. Some piece of music, nostalgic music that's just thrown in with no reason. Faceless dudes with guns shooting at people, getting ragdolled everywhere. And it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't, if we weren't drowning in it right now. We've seen it all. We've seen all this.
Yeah, at a time when everybody's complaining about fatigue, I was like, man, y'all just add it to it.
Yeah, but the main characters are so good that it set the standard so high that it makes the average superhero stuff seem that much more disappointing, because they make it seem that much more generic when you had a lot of personality with the non-superhero stuff. And yeah, y'all, let me see here. Yeah, I gotta agree about your girl Susan Sarandon. I mean, she don't help this movie at all. She's just there. I don't even know why talk about, getting your check.
Yeah. She's one of the most forgettable villains I think I've seen in a while.
She's just the typical corporate villain too. Her whole, she's just there. She's just all about profit, power, everybody else, you know, and believe me, she's willing to monologue about it every 15 minutes. I mean, that's what she does. Every time she comes on, it's about how I should have been the one to get this. I'm out to get paid. It's all about profit. And yo, weak bitch. You know, you know what I mean? It's like that's her whole thing. You're weak. You're weak. You'll never be anything because you're weak. And it's like, all right, you know, you weak.
Yeah,
you weak ass character.
Change the record already.
Yeah. And this is the character Raul Max Trujillo, who plays Carapax, the indestructible man. Which he ain't that indestructible. But you know, he's just a glorified henchman. He's just a henchman with a cool ass suit. You know, I will say that they try to give him more depth later, but it's like right at the end.
Yeah, but it's like nobody cares at that point.
Yeah, you know,
which I thought was, you know, for what the story was, I was like, well, this is actually kind of cool, but yeah, you already blown it now. We're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you couldn't tell, you know, there's different tones around the room. I'm probably the one that enjoyed this the most because I still did enjoy this. You know, because it's very much a family film. You know, it's not a kid's film, it's a family film with this. They tried to make sure there's something in there for everybody. You know, different age demographics too. Even if the superhero genre is starting to wear you down, you know, I think that there's something here, and that's thanks to the laugh, the cultural appeal, and the heart of these characters. You know, I think with that is worth the watch. You know, at least for me, and I'm the one that's getting tired of superhero stuff the most. As the action was going on, I'm so tired of looking at these generic as superhero scenes. I fell asleep for a little bit while they were blowing stuff up.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. It's really easy to doze off because you're like, yeah, I've seen this movie already. I know how it goes.
Yeah, but that's me. It's you know, overall, it's a positive review from me. But you guys go ahead.
Yeah, this is kind of on the level of like maybe a Ant-Man, except even Ant-Man had more. It tried something, and as much as you know, you had the heist and the real funny characters. There is a genuine moment of grief. And I was like, this is refreshing. I mean, grief's not refreshing, but I was like, okay, this is something. I haven't had it for a while. But it was just that, like, okay, now you've done something real in all of this unrealness. But for the most part, it's yeah, man. It was like I said, I just found it so derivative and bland. And the thing is, the whole time watching this, I was just like, this directing is just so lackluster and flat. It just feels like a really expensive TV movie. And then I thought I'd heard it before, but I read afterwards like, yeah, this was supposed to go straight to HBO Max. And they decided to release it in the theater. And I was like, well, now it makes sense because that's how this felt, like a show that I would be streaming on Max. So that puts me in the place of going like, well, okay, a high rental because that's where it would belong.
I'll just say this, man. This movie is a lot of fun to watch. There's a lot of fun moments there, but the fun moments really, to me, come from George Lopez. If it wasn't for George Lopez, I probably would have didn't hate it.
He was a saving grace.
Yeah, I'm like, man, George Lopez, to me, is like the only thing really going for this movie. And that's just because he's just acting like George Lopez in this movie. There's one character we didn't talk about. I did not like at all. I told you about her, Jenny Cord.
Oh yeah,
I agree too.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all guys' thoughts on her was. Look, she's a gorgeous actress, but I can't stand her acting. I thought she was terrible.
I didn't think she was terrible, but I thought that she was underused because, in fact, she wasn't in the movie enough to even be terrible. She's in the whole movie.
She's in a lot, but I didn't so much blame her as I was this character's underwritten.
They're trying
to force a romance.
She's just there to hand off this. She's an excuse to get the scarab into Jaime's hands and she's just there to be a love interest, man. You know, that's all.
To me, as a whole, I just didn't like her character at all.
Fair enough.
Look, I'll just say that the other characters, man, the villains suck. They're so forgettable. Like literally, as we left the theater, I was like, what was their motivation? What was going on with them? I was like, I just completely forgot.
Money.
Yeah, I know.
Power.
The pacing of this movie, man, when it hits that third act, it becomes rough. Like I was falling asleep during that third act. I was like, I've seen this before 1,000 times. I've actually seen it better a lot. To me, it felt like goddamn Power Rangers at the end. From a culture standpoint, a Mexican culture, man, I think you guys will definitely enjoy this. This is like y'all Black Panther, like dead ass.
I hope not.
Ask for better.
But I mean, like, as whenever I saw Black Panther, how I felt like this is how they'll feel for Blue Beetle.
I think so.
Yeah. And so, like I said, I think it's fine. I just give it a matinee.
Yeah, I'm probably more positive with my matinee than yours, but that is what I give it. I give it a matinee. You know, I'm not going to say like high matinee, but I give it a positive matinee. I think this is I think it's fun. That's all. You know, and some people will like the superhero stuff. I can't say that I did not walk out of here disappointed. You know, I wanted a better movie, but I wasn't walking out saying that I felt like I wasted my time. In fact, I did have fun with it. But you heard my criticism of it, and I agree with you 100% that, Julian, that while I don't think that this is your Black Panther, because this is, and I'm not even saying this in saying that
I didn't mean it like that. Like, it's good as Black Panther.
No, I'm just saying that this is, listen, Black Panther was a phenomenon. It was epic. As you said, this is kind of more on a lower budget right here. I don't, I think the Submariner is your Black Panther.
Yeah.
But this is a fun family movie, mid-level superhero film, and for a matinee, I think it's just fine if audiences go and hang out with it, especially if you got kids. Kids will have a lot of fun with it, especially if Latin kids need a brown figure to look up to.
Yeah. There is that. Yeah, especially if you're young. It's just one of those where I was like, man, if this movie had come out 15 years ago, it'd be, it'd feel more praise for it. At the same time, all those movies it ripped off wouldn't have come out by then, so it wouldn't have known what to do.
Yeah. So, but there you go. Again, I always like it when there's a variety of opinions around here.
So many. Now, choose your favorite.
Exactly. Now, I'm cool with you, in your opinion. You have to talk to her. Talking about my people out there.
Well, I would say just don't be a bitch like Jaime, but she is a bitch.
Hey, you talking to us.